Well, hello, 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 family. Hola, mi familia. It's time for that newest update video for our amazing family cruise that's coming up in September, the Golden Anniversary Family Cruise. So, what's been going on? What's the big update that I have for us? Well, a lot of things have changed. I don't need to tell you guys that, you know? So, let's take a look. 2020 is not a year that we're soon going to forget, is it? Right? It changed our lives. It changed the way we live, the way we think, the way we eat, the way we socialize. It changed our entire lifestyle. And I can't even begin to tell you how many other ways things have changed. You know, of course, the coronavirus and the illness COVID-19 just ravaged our entire planet. That's the pandemic of 2020. What can I say? And it continues even today, even in 2021, it continues. Thank God that it's lightened up a little bit, but still, I don't need to tell you anything more about the pandemic, do I? Right? We know that the dream last year in September was for all of us to be right there. See that big arrow right there, drinking margaritas and enjoying each other's company and just having fun and not thinking about the stresses of everyday life, right? But then that darn COVID-19 pandemic closed the world on us. It closed the world and everybody went into hiding, so to speak, and what happened? Our cruise got canceled. What can I tell you? I mean, all cruises got canceled, right? So, so that led us to try again, right, for take two. And we fast forward a year, we're ready to try this again, and it's less than 2 months away. Can you guys believe that? It's less than 2 months away. We have had family and friends who have suffered from COVID. All of us know at least one person who has suffered from COVID-19. And also we have even lost loved ones to COVID-19. We can all think of the loved ones, our family members or friends who have succumbed. Right? It was a terrible thing, but we have persevered, we've been strong, we have had faith, and that is something that is unique to us as humans, is that we are strong. Our ship, the beautiful and gorgeous Carnival Panorama, is getting ready for its relaunch. It's ready to launch in August, and by September, all the kinks are going to be worked out, and we're going to be ready to have fun. Carnival's following strict safety guidelines to ensure a safe and healthy environment for everybody. So, can you see yourself right there? Can you see yourself on that pool deck sipping a margarita, a Mai Tai or a beer or whatever you like, whatever libation you like, whatever drink, So in order to do that, what do you need to have ready? Okay. Well, what you need to have ready is a valid passport or a Ready Lane card. Okay. Those are the best ways. But if you don't, you can have a government ID, such as your driver's license, right? Such as your driver's license and a birth certificate. Okay. That's also good for children who are 16 and under. They don't need the valid passport or Ready Lane. They can have just the birth certificate if they're underage or under 16 or under. Birth certificate's fine. They don't even need to have an ID, because many kids who are under 16 don't even have IDs or driver's license yet. Okay. And you need to have your vaccination card where the last dose, your second dose, was taken at least 14 days prior to sailing. Okay. Or you need to have a negative PCR COVID test that was taken between 24 and 72 hours before sailing. So you got to have your card with you. So make sure you find that card and put it somewhere safe and you don't lose it. And for those who don't have a vaccination card, you need to have a negative test 24 to 72 hours before, and also you'll need to test again 24 hours after sailing. Okay. Children under 12 do not require vaccination or do not require the vaccination. A little bit more information directly from the Carnival website. The Carnival website indicates that unvaccinated guests will not be allowed to have independent sightseeing when the ship is docked in a port. They'll be allowed to debark if they book on what is called a Carnival Bubble Tour, which is a tour that Carnival will run in a controlled environment where they'll leave the boat together and get back to the boat together so that there will be minimal, if any, contact with anybody outside from the ports. The bubble tours are available on a first come, first served basis, and you do need to pre-book them or pre-reserve them at carnival.com. So you got to set up your account or call Julie. Julie was the vacation planner that we all worked with to get booked on our tours. You all have her phone number, and if you need it again, all you got to do is contact me, and she can help facilitate booking a bubble tour. Bubble tours will be confirmed within 14 days of sailing through an email. Now, all of us are going to receive a 1-question pre-cruise vaccine attestation email to be completed by everyone. And that's going to be checked when we board the ship. They're going to do a little bit of screening on us and then ask us some questions to make sure that what we put in our attestation matches what we say or what we do in the screening when we board the ship. I recommend that every one of you update your profile on carnival.com or create one if you haven't done so, all right? I know like Roman and Ruby and my dad have one already, so everybody else, go to carnival.com. You have your booking number, right? Your cruise booking number, and make a profile. And there's a bunch of stuff in there, a bunch of really great stuff. You can pre-purchase cruise excursions if you want to purchase right from the ship. Now, all of us are Mexicanos. I know that. Right? All of us are Mexicanos, and I will tell you from my own experience with 14 cruises under my belt, whenever we go to Mexico, only one time in 14 cruises have we ever booked directly on board the ship or from Carnival. Only one time in Mexico. We did book when we were in other countries because we just didn't know about the country or its customs or anything else. But other than that, we're Mexicanos. We know we can get off the ship and we can negotiate a much better price with the locals, not the cruise operators who are working in conjunction with the cruise ship and they get little kickbacks. No, we can go with the independent operators and sometimes save 50% or more. I can tell you that on board the ship in Cabo San Lucas one year, parasailing was like $90 per person. And Elizabeth and I got it for $25 each, because we worked directly with an independent operator who just said at the end of our little boat trip, which again, the little boat trip in the bay in Cabo San Lucas was $38 on board the ship. It only cost us $12 a person. And after that, they told us, hey, those guys over there, they do parasailing. You want to do it? And I said, I don't know. And they said, hey, only $25 each. And hey, we were sold. It was scary. I never thought I would do something like that. And Elizabeth was even more scared. And she probably wouldn't do it again, but I would do it again in a heartbeat. It's like being in a bubble, in a cloud up there. There's no wind, no air, no noise. It's just like you're in complete tranquility. It was an amazing experience. And if I get the chance to again, I'm going to do it again. We shall see, right? When we get to Cabo. Anyways, moving on. The health screenings. This is directly from Carnival, okay? All guests are going to be asked to complete an online health questionnaire 72 hours before sailing and undergo enhanced pre-embarkation screenings, which include confirmation of your health screening response, validation of your vaccination document, and any required COVID testing. Carnival will refer anyone with signs and symptoms of COVID-19 or who are identified at risk for additional screening before allowing them to board. Secondary screenings and health checks throughout the cruise will be performed when necessary, and contact tracing is planned for every cruise. Any guests who test positive at embarkation and their traveling companions in the same stateroom, along with other close contacts, will not be allowed to cruise and will be provided a future cruise credit. And close contact is any individual who has been within 6 feet of an infected or symptomatic person for a cumulative of total of 15 minutes or more over a 24-hour period within 14 days before sailing. I told you they're being pretty strict on how they're following to make sure that that no COVID gets on board the ship. Okay, they're being very, very strict. So my recommendation to you guys, 14 days before sailing, is take care of yourselves as much as possible. You know, I would go into a mini quarantine about 17 days or so before the cruise, just to ensure that there's no chance you'll pick up this virus or the variant virus or anything related to this virus. You know, go into like a mini quarantine, just watch everything you do, because I want every one of you on this cruise with us. I plan to have so much fun when we go off and have our wonderful days, whether we do it together or whether we go on our own or whether we just choose certain members to do stuff with. We're all going to be together at dinner time in the dining room, where we can all just chat with each other and laugh about the amazing days that we had and maybe plan some stuff for the next day. It's just going to be an amazing trip. I just can't wait. Masks and physical distancing. Vaccinated guests on a vaccinated cruise do not have to wear face masks except in the medical center or maintain physical distancing while on board. Now, everybody, vaccinated or not, must wear masks during the embarkation and debarkation process in Long Beach and in all ports of call. Now, Mexico probably has slightly more strict rules than we here in the United States. So I strongly recommend everyone bring a nice supply of masks, whether they're the cloth masks or you bring a box of paper masks, for that when we are in Mexico, because as of today, Mexico is still requiring masks in just about everywhere. Okay, and that's like when I went to Rosarito or Tijuana. So plan on bringing a box of masks or a good supply of cloth masks if you want to wear them. We're also going to need to wear masks during water shuttle operations in Cabo and any Carnival approved excursions while on any of the transportation vehicles. Also, when going ashore, guests must be prepared to follow any of the local masks and physical distancing. Like I told you, Mexico is not as wide open as we are yet. The status of local guidelines will be shared with guests prior to debarking wherever we are. So they'll make announcements on the ship telling us what we need to worry about. Unvaccinated guests. Carnival recommends that all unvaccinated guests that are 2 years or older wear masks while indoors or not in their staterooms. Masks will be required for unvaccinated guests in enclosed areas of the ship, such as the piano bar, the arcade, the salon, the casino, the fun shops, the medical center. Also, masks are required at any indoor activity with children under 12. It is recommended that unvaccinated guests maintain physical distancing indoors, remain at least 5 feet from anyone who's not in your group. So we encourage you to take the stairs whenever possible, if you can, because the elevators are pretty small and enclosed. Outdoors, remain at least 3 feet from others, not 6, but 3 feet from others when not wearing a mask and who are not in your group. The healthy onboard environment. Carnival asks, please help maintain a healthy onboard environment by using the hand washing sinks and sanitizer dispensers at all the entrances of all the different locations on board the ship in high traffic areas. We also need guests to follow other guidance about the ways to stay healthy when ashore through a daily programming entertainment system and announcements and stuff that's going to be put inside the rooms. And of course, the Carnival Hub app. Online check-in. Due to the new processes of boarding the ship, everyone is going to need to complete an online check-in and select an arrival appointment. I would love for all of us to meet either synchronously or asynchronously on WhatsApp and determine an online check-in time for all of us so that we can all check in at the same time and we can all take our embarkation picture together as a big group. That's just going to be so awesome. Yeah, the whole group can take one big picture. Online check-in is available for Suite, Platinum, Diamond guests at 16 days prior, and then general access will begin 14 days before sailing. So about September 4th for us. It's important that guests arrive on a timely basis, as early arrivals will not be accommodated and will be asked to return at their assigned times. With everyone's cooperation, we can work together to guarantee an on-time departure and the start of our vacation. All right, no more rules, okay? We have a group of 24 to 28 sailing on this cruise. Isn't that amazing? Let's give a big woohoo to that one, right? It's gonna be so much fun. You know, we're getting embarkation t-shirts. I think I put that in WhatsApp and I'll keep reminding you, but I need the sizes for your group. If you haven't done so already, I got some sizes from I think from Roman and from Matia Berta and a couple more. And so if you haven't sent me your sizes either by text or on the WhatsApp, please send them to me, okay? As soon as possible, because this takes time to get them printed and they look incredible. We are gonna look so tight taking those embarkation pictures once we're on the ship. And it's gonna be able to identify us so that we see each other. And then we can wear them at another time if we want to. For example, we can wear them for one of the dinners so that we can show off to everybody at dinner, hey, this is us, this is our group, and we're here to celebrate. Okay, and they're gonna be less than $10 each, and we're gonna look incredible, okay? We're gonna coordinate check-in times, like I said, check-in times and embarkation on WhatsApp, okay? And and a little bit more, actually, that's my next slide. Each person can bring on board the ship a 12-pack of canned sodas as carry-on. 12-pack of canned sodas, so that you don't have to buy all the sodas on board, because drinks and alcoholic beverages can be pretty pricey on board. Every adult can bring 1 bottle of wine as carry-on luggage. Carnival follows the 21 years of age as a full adult, not 18, even though we're going to be in Mexico, unfortunately. All right, so every adult can bring 1 bottle of wine. I recommend remembering to bring your cork remover. Okay, they cost $1. You can go to the Dollar Tree and buy one. Okay, and guess what? Make sure you don't tell anybody, but I can switch your wine for a liquor and recork it if you wish. Okay, I can switch your wine for a liquor and recork it if you wish. I have a machine that recorks it and resets the seal so that you can mix your liquor with your soda. Like we can have Cuba Libres or Palomas, for example. You know, just we will talk about that individually, because again, drinks on board are pricey, right? And this is a way to save a little bit of money so that the money that you do spend can be spent on tours and on other things like shopping and bingo and massages and other things, the casino. And then all of us are going to communicate while on board the ship by downloading to our phones the Carnival Hub app. Make sure you download that before you go on the ship. And then once you're on board, for the entire week, it's just $5, and that gives us the ability to real-time chat with everyone in our group, in addition to giving us all the information about the entire schedule of what's happening on board the ship. What's happening, where it's located, what time it's happening, what are the different activities, what time we can get off when we're in the port, what time we need to get back on. It's an incredible app that allows, again, communication so that we can all stay in contact with each other. And it only costs $5 for the entire week. Now, when it comes to Wi-Fi, that's a different story. You know, they have basic Wi-Fi if you want to just, you know, post some social media stuff, post pictures to your Facebook, to your WhatsApp and to your Instagram. Okay, and I think they charge like $5 a day for that, something like that. I can look into that if you want me to. And then they have the high-speed Wi-Fi if you like to do other things like watch movies and let's stream music and things like that, because those take up more internet. So those are usually going to be like $10 a day or something like that. Again, it's different, but I can look that up if you want me to. Okay. That was a lot, wasn't it, guys? And so that being the case, I'm expecting that you guys will have additional questions that you want to ask me, and I'll either answer them individually. And I'm also going to make another video as we get a little bit closer. So another video will come soon. So get your bathing suits ready, start getting your summer bod ready for all our fun. and let the countdown begin. As of today, July 27th, our cruise starts in 53 days. That is less than 2 months. Are you excited yet? With that, I want to wish you a wonderful and blessed day. God bless all of you, and I look forward to hearing from you guys, either on WhatsApp or by text or any way you want to communicate with me. All right. So I'm excited. As you can tell, I've been waiting since 2018 was my last cruise, right after my wife's 50th birthday celebration. That's 3 years. That's a long time for somebody who's been on 14 cruises already. So I can't wait to cruise with y'all. Cruising with family and group is 1,000 times more fun than cruising together, than cruising alone. Just, I'll tell you that. Yeah, cruising alone's fun. Wife and I have a great time, but when we have cruised with family and with friends, we have had the time of our lives. There's nothing like it, and I think you guys will all agree after you finish the cruise. All right, that's it. That's my update video, and I certainly hope you've enjoyed it. And as I said, have an amazing day, guys, and I'll be in touch. Bye-bye now.